Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what your fashion style says about you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We have 4 piles to choose from today. So for pile 1, we have Sodalite and the Halftime Superstar. For pile number 2, we have Goldstone and the Rebel. And for pile 3, we have Howlite and the Seeker. And last but not least, we have Flourite with the Masterpiece. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to you the most. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you're more than welcome to choose more than one. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose the Sodalite Crystal and the Halftime Superstar, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what your fashion style says about you. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started, I just want to announce that I am available for personal readings at the moment to pre-book for April. So if you'd like to pre-book, you can find my email in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get started. So I feel with this card and the Sodalite crystal you chose, Sodalite is a crystal of communication, right? So whatever you are wearing, my pile number ones, it's like you're communicating to the whole world and expressing yourself. People see you as a person that self-expresses through your fashion style, through the way that you dress, through the way that you do your hair, your makeup, whatever it is. It's like you communicate your own kind of like personality and sense of style to the world through artistic expression. I'm hearing like your clothes is artistic expression. It's seen as very self-expressive. And the clothes you wear, your fashion style seems very comfortable, seems very chic, fashionable. Yet at the same time, it feels very you. It feels like you're not trying too hard. And it feels like you're expressing your personality through it. Like I said, it feels you. It feels authentic to you. It doesn't feel like you're trying to be somebody that you're not. Some of you could dress in more of a tomboy type of style, or you could dress more casual, like jeans, tops, things like that. I'm getting that you take inspiration from different people or different things you like, different aesthetics you like, and you mix it all together in some way and you make it your own. Like when you do take inspiration from something you like, you make it your own. There's also something about this pile where you look confident and relaxed, and people think you're very much like this fun, outgoing type of person based off your style. Let's take a look at the rest of the cards. So what their fashion style says about them for pile number 1, please. We have the Spotlight. Interesting. I'm going to pull 5 cards, and then we're first going to look at your style and then what this says about you. Ooh. Then we have the Badass. What their fashion style says about them. The Living Legend. And the Snake Charmer. Okay. So I'm getting with this pile, there's something about your look that comes across as quite casual yet sexy at the same time. Like when you're just going to the mall or somewhere where you're just dressed casually, I sense that you look casual and comfortable yet still sexy. And I think something about when you wear clothes, it fits your body really well and it shows off the kind of features of your body. Some of you may like to wear more tight-fitting clothing to hug the areas of the body that you want to emphasize or show with the Space Princess at the back of the deck. And I'm getting that clothes just look good on you. They fit your body very nicely. And you just look very sexy in whatever clothes you wear, very confident in whatever clothes you wear. But when you really want to get glammed up, you go all out. It's like the spotlight is on you, pile number one. The spotlight is on you completely. Because I'm getting with this pile, you're a little bit more casual when it comes to your day-to-day life. But when it's like a formal event or a type of event where you really want to dress to impress, or you just want to express yourself, not even impress others, it's like the spotlight is on you and people are like, wow. It's like you've transformed into a swan. I'm seeing a swan. It's like you've completely transformed your look. I'm picking up people may sense that this pile is at a glow up, or maybe you are comfortable with kind of mixing and matching your style, changing it up once in a while. You look very good in corporate wear, and I feel like even when you go to work or school, you try to add a little bit of flair or self-expression to your look, where it shows a little bit of your personality through. Even when you're getting all glammed up to go to an important event, it's like, even though the spotlight is on you and you look very good and glamorous in some way when you are, getting more dressed up, it's like people see you still flaunt or flare your uniqueness through that, your authenticity through that. People think you have a very good looking body with whatever you are wearing. And even with the microphone here, it's like you're expressing what's on your mind and your creativity and your confidence through what you wear. You may also have a very beautiful smile when you're smiling, when you're having fun, and you're just being you. Even with the Space Princess here, it gives me like this vibe of like you being unique, you dressing according to you instead of like copying other people. And when you do take inspiration, it's like you make it you. It's like people see you as unique with your fashion style and expression, where they've never really seen many people dress like you. I'm getting some of you could look more badass or tomboyish again, whereas I'm getting some of you could be a little bit more girly, but then when it's your daily life, it's a little bit more casual. Let's see, what else am I getting here? So I feel like with you, when I look at the Space Princess at the back of the deck, this was when she was starting to go to take it to the next level in her kind of pop star era. And I'm feeling like in your pile, you're going to have some kind of, if you haven't had a glow up already with your fashion style, you are going to have one. And you are going to have your breaking moment where people can't take their eyes off you and they're like, have you seen her new look or their new look or whatever this is? It's like, yeah. There's something about you that's quite flawless where you captivate everybody and you look very confident and empowered. And the sky or the stars are the limit when it comes to your self-expression. There is no like limit to the way you express yourself. You're not necessarily giving off this look like you're trying to impress anybody or be in the spotlight. I actually get the impression from this pile you don't really like to be in the spotlight, but somehow because you don't want to be in there, you are in there. And then people naturally look at you. And then the people that are craving to be in the spotlight don't, because the energy is like they're wanting it too much, they're trying too hard, whereas you're not trying too hard. You seem very fearless when it comes to your fashion style and expression, like you're not trying to impress anybody. Like I said before, this badass energy is coming through. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull your tarot cards in a second. In the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel, so if you enjoy my videos so far and would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to all my subscribers that have been here since the beginning. Your support means the world to me. I will also be picking a random subscriber a week to give a free 30-minute reading to, so leave any comments on any of the videos of the week to enter. So spirit guides of pile number ones, what their style says about them, what their fashion style says about them. So we have the Eight of Pentacles with Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. So maybe some of you are trying to heal any wounds of fear, or trying to get over certain fears you have and be more courageous when it comes to expressing yourself and being seen, and not like being mean to yourself. You get what I mean? Learning to build the courage and confidence within yourself. And when you do certain looks where you are courageously being yourself and flaunting your style and letting your style be seen, letting your self-expression be seen by the world, you are working on that part of yourself that allows yourself to trust in yourself. And it doesn't just have to do with confidence and courage and bravery. It doesn't just have to do with that. It also has to do with you trusting in yourself and you allowing your authentic self to be seen by the world. In some way, you allowing your creativity to be seen by the world. What your fashion style says about you is sometimes when you really get all glammed up, because the snake charmer, she looks quite glammed up in some way. When you put in the extra effort towards this, people see the effort you're putting in. And I feel like this pile, when it's your daily life, it's like, no, not everyone here like watching this pile has the time to do your makeup for like so many hours every day, or to do your hair for so many hours every day. But it's like when you do put in the extra effort for those important events and things like that, people see that. And it shows that you're like, when you put in effort to yourself, even if it's not makeup or hair, but like when you just look clean, neat, tidy, and you put in the effort to make yourself look good, because when you look good, you feel good. And you put in that effort to at least feel good about yourself for you, not for anybody else, then that shows through. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting there. What their fashion style says about them. We have the Two of Pentacles. What their fashion style says about them. The Five of Wands. The Ten of Swords. The Seven of Swords. The Two of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Wands at the back of the deck, which is quite funny because I was speaking a lot about confidence and courage to be yourself in the world. Queen of Wands is very authentic to herself, okay? There's also something about your selfies or the pictures you post online when you're really expressing yourself and you're allowing yourself to be you. You're embracing your confidence. And you're being your authentic self to the world. I feel like a lot of people feel attracted to your style and aesthetic and feel attracted to your look, to be honest, with the Two of Cups. But with the Seven of Swords, I'm getting this vibe of what I said before, of how sometimes we don't want to be in the spotlight, how sometimes we don't want to be in the spotlight because we don't want to be judged in any way. So for this pile, you have that type of energy where you get noticed even when you don't want to get noticed. And sometimes you have tried to underdress yourself. I think I'm part of this pile because maybe you've received a lot of criticism with the Five of Wands, or you're afraid to receive criticism, afraid to be judged. Because when we are seen by more people, when the spotlight is on us, we can either receive praise, receive love, or receive criticism from people with the Seven of Swords, people being mean to us. So I think part of stepping into your confidence is releasing any fears, any self-doubt, releasing the way we speak to ourselves, criticizing ourselves, or, not making ourselves feel small. Because the thing is here, how do I explain this, Spirit? Okay, the thing I've learned with being seen is we think when the spotlight is on us that we're going to get a lot of hate, that we're going to get a lot of criticism or judgment or jealousy from others. And so when we're actually in that spotlight and we receive more praise and love from people with the Ace of Cups and Two of Cups, then we actually start to see it's not actually that bad. Even with my journey on YouTube, like I thought I would get a lot more hate than I actually do. But the truth is, a lot more positive comments will come through, a lot more compliments will come through. And if people are jealous or judging, so be it. Because for you, I feel like what your fashion style says about you is you're slowly becoming more comfortable with being seen and with being yourself in the world, being your true authentic self in the world, having the confidence in yourself to know who you are, regardless of what people say, regardless of other people's opinions. And I feel like you're coming to this point in your journey where you do not give a F what people think or say. And that takes time, but you are coming to that point of self-love in your journey. So what your fashion style says about you is that you're a lot more balanced. You're a lot more like caring about how you feel about you than being in the spotlight. You don't really care for praise from others because you already, maybe you like compliments and praise from others, but you don't really need other people's validation. So you're already further along the line of your confidence where you don't need that validation from others. But it is nice to sometimes receive that love and compliments. But you're also not desperate to be in the spotlight. But you naturally are because you don't want it. And then it says that you're a lot more balanced in your own badass energy because you love yourself, or you're learning to love yourself. And then I feel like this energy is going to become balanced in the end when you reach this full state of confidence within yourself, where you completely transform with Psyche, because Psyche is the goddess of the soul. So part of your soul shows through in the way that you dress, in the way that you express yourself creatively. I feel like this pile's artistic. When you express yourself creatively, parts of your soul and personality show through. And what that says about you is that you're real, that you're authentic, that you're a human being, and you show your human beingness through your fashion, and that you show your love for expression through that. And you're eventually going to come to that point where you're so confident in yourself that you allow yourself to be seen in the spotlight without needing the validation, but receiving the compliments graciously, but also not caring if people do judge or criticize. So this is what I have for you, Pile 1. This was a beautiful reading. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this Goldstone crystal and the Rebel card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what your fashion style says about you. So please be aware this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. I just want to announce before we get started, I am available for pre-bookings for personal readings. So if you'd like to book with me for April, you can send me an email that you can find in my description box below. So with the Rebel here, I'm kind of getting the vibe from you that your kind of fashion style looks a lot more glamorous. You shine in your own beautiful way like a star, my pile number 2s, and you're so glamorous in some way. You may experiment with glitter, with shininess, with shiny jewelry. You may like to stand out in some way and capture people's attention in some way, and you're not afraid to dress to impress. I feel with this pile, you may show a little bit of your sensuality through the way that you dress. Your style comes through as very sexy since she's wearing lingerie here. And even if you don't show a lot of skin, your aura could just give off this very sensual and seductive vibe, and your body could look good in whatever you're wearing, that it gives more of the seductive vibe to whatever you wear. Since you chose the Rebel card, you could rebel against society in some way in terms of what you wear and how you express yourself in a way where you don't necessarily you don't necessarily try to fit in or try to look like everybody else. You want to be glammed up, or you want to express yourself in a unique and authentic way. And it's kind of like you rebel against what society usually sees. And because you rebel against this, you can be a little bit of a trendsetter, because I'm seeing Alexa Demie in my mind when she was starring in Euphoria, right? And everybody started copying her style because she was so unique that nobody like saw any style like hers before, that she completely became a trendsetter and completely started a new trend by just being herself and not trying to be like everybody else, but kind of expressing herself and her glamour through her own style. So that's kind of what I feel from that card. So for pile number 2, Spirit Guides of pile 2, what does their style say about them? We're first going to look at your style, and then we're going to look at what it says about you. So let's see. We have the cusp. But I feel like when you're in more casual wear, it's still very glamorous. You still look very good and you still stand out. And it still looks fashionable and chic, but then you're still a lot more casual. That's kind of what I'm getting from this cusp card. Then we have the beach babe. So you could look very good in a bikini. You could like to go to the beach. You could love to swim. Or you could just have that sensual look to you again, where you have a very good looking body in whatever you wear. Maybe you're a lot more comfortable with expressing your sensuality through the way that you dress. We have the trailblazer. This is what I was speaking about. When I hear trailblazer, it reminds me of like somebody that just does something new and expresses themselves in a unique way, in an authentic way. But yours is different from pile 1, because I feel like you naturally want to be in the spotlight. You naturally want to be seen, but it's not out of a place of desperation. It's more out of a place of being your unique self and rebelling against what fashion trends are and showing your own unique expression through that. And we have the little star. So I feel with this pile, like you're very glamorous. You love to express yourself. You love to be in the spotlight. We have the badass at the back of the deck. So, like when you're expressing yourself, I even feel like, when you were in school, you could have, if you wore uniforms, you could have tailored your uniform to make it look a little bit more like you. This pile's a little bit more glamorous or a little bit more girly, and you don't really care about what people think, and you're not coming from a place of desperation where you want others to see you so much, but you just want to feel good about yourself and feel confident in you and be you in the world. And I feel like you find it fun to dress up and to be creative with your style. You find it fun. That's the energy I get from this pile. Like that 5th house Leo energy, that playful energy. Like I'm finding it fun to do my makeup, to do my hair, to listen to music, to dance around and sing and, get dressed up and, put on this outfit, then this outfit. I'm clairvoyantly seeing those movies, when they kind of like wear outfits and they wear different outfits and they show their friends, and it's a fun experience. I also feel Aquarius energy from this pile, but you don't have to be, but that's just like the way I'm just Spirit is describing the energy to me. Let's see what else. Even when you wear corporate wear, you still have a little bit of a sexiness showing through, even if you don't show skin. And I think it's your body, but also the way you carry yourself. Okay, let's see what else. There's something about you giving off queen energy, queen king energy. Like you're the shit. Sorry for swearing, but I'm hearing that. You look very confident in yourself. You look glammed up. And even when you're more casual, you look like you're having fun with that. So the little star talks about how, she was a young girl and she was still singing, dancing, perfecting her acting skills, and pursuing her goals with ambition. Some of you could have, done pageants when you were younger. That's just a specific message for some. I feel like I'm part of this pile because this is like my energy when I was younger in my teenage years. But basically, what I'm sensing here is even if you didn't, like, there's something about you where you enjoy this, where I could even see you being a model or being somebody that's like an influencer because you find it fun. I could even see you making content of different fashion styles or makeup or hair and having fun with it, where it's not really a job. I can see that with the badass here in the corporate, like you making money off your style and aesthetic. And you've always been expressive of yourself since you were a young child, and people always found that to be so cool about you. Maybe you've had past lives, in the spotlight in some way, because I kind of sense that, or past lives as a queen or king or royalty, because that's the kind of vibe people get from the way you carry yourself and your style. I'm getting the word innovation with you. You're very innovative. You bring things people have not seen before, and you create trends. And for you, it's exciting to kind of do this. And I'm also getting that you make it look easy. You really make it look easy. You make it look effortless. And you somehow give this flawless type of energy with the way that you look. I'm also getting with the beach babe. Some of you could have like an island girl aesthetic or wear more of like blue, oceany colors or um could have like that mermaidy vibe or love to go on holidays, love to go to the beach, love to go on holidays and wear, like more of those vacation type of outfits. That kind of what I'm getting, and like tan in the sun, have fun in the sun and the water. Okay, so this was when Brittany was like, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman, I think. And so I feel like there's this vibe with you where there's this youthful, playful energy coming through in the way that you dress, but also a slight sense of maturity. It's not like too mature, but it's also not too youthful, if that makes sense. It's like on the cusp of it. So now we're going to go ahead and look at the tarot cards you're having. In the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel, so if you enjoy my videos so far and would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to all my subscribers that have been supporting me since the beginning. Your support means the world to me. I will also be picking one random subscriber a week to give a free 30-minute reading to, so leave any comment on any of the videos of the week to enter. And I'm even getting with this card, like, it's a pink top and it's a casual outfit, but it's still showing off a girliness. So I feel like this pile is comfortable with being girly and hyper feminine in some way. Because I'm hearing that song, that's like, I'm just a girl. So you love being a woman and like, having that energy of like being able to do your makeup and go get your nails done, get your hair done, like spoil yourself through little things like that. And when you look good, you feel good. We have the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, this shows a passion for fashion, a passion for, as I said, passion for fashion. It reminds me of Bratz. Maybe some of you like Bratz or Barbie, like with the pink here. I didn't mean to do that, but it came through like that. And this kind of reminds me of a ring light. So I can really see this pile becoming content creators in some way, because it's not like you just be trying to make money off of this. You really find it fun. Even with the sunflowers here, you find it fun. But I feel an energy within my throat chakra of sometimes this pile can be a little bit shy. And people may not always expect that, because people always think that you look very confident in yourself and that you look very sexy. But sometimes inside you can feel a little bit shy to put yourself out there to the big crowds. But it's like you're meant to be seen. You're meant to shine, my pile number twos. And with these sunflowers here, it's like very fun for you to do these types of things, to, partake in creativity. I think this pile has a lot of creative potential in some way, has a lot of innovation in some way, and you can grow a lot since you're showing up as a Page of Wands. You can still grow into this energy. Like, I'm not a girl yet a woman, but you can still grow into learning more about fashion, learning more about what looks good on you, what feels good on you, how to carry yourself, yeah, that type of energy. So, what their fashion style says about them, we have the Seven of Cups. I feel like with the Seven of Cups, with the cusp, like, there's another energy here of you not just sticking to one style or aesthetic. Some of you are able to switch between many different styles and aesthetics. And yeah, like you're not like staying stuck to one thing. Like I said earlier, there's like a dreaminess. No, I never said dreaminess. I said creativity, but like there's a dreaminess here with that because you're so creative and because you have such an innovative, and I'm getting like you think outside of the box, right? Because of that, it's very attractive to others because you're not just like one dimensional in some way with your expression. We have the Fool. So what this shows is uniqueness. What this says about you is you're unique. You're very authentic to yourself. You're free-spirited. You're meant to explore. Yeah, it's like meant to be an adventure for you, an exploration for you in terms of fashion and style. And you bring totally new looks to the table that nobody's ever seen before with the Fool. So this just tells me that you're very unique and innovative and expressive, free-spirited, and it's seen as exploration to you. So what their fashion style says about them. We have the Moon. So there is a strong emotional connection to fashion, to style, to, that type of energy. And the Moon here can also indicate spiritual energies. Like it can be a spiritual gift of yours to be able to express yourself like this. Maybe your spiritual gift is bringing beauty into the world. Maybe some of you are Libras or have Libra risings or Libra 7th houses or Libra north nodes or Leo north nodes. Or Aquarius north nodes, or any like of the fire sign north nodes, and maybe the 5th house north node. So when we look at past lives as well, you could have experienced a lot of past lives in the public eye, in expression in some way, creative expression. And the Moon here shows emotional connection to whatever you do. So, your emotions may inspire you to do something. So for example, this could be my pile of people where when you go through a breakup, you're going to go through the greatest breakup glow up ever because your emotions are really being put into that and inspiring you in some way. Or let's say when you go through a kind of creative block where you don't know what to wear, and you feel a little bit confused on what to wear, then it's like you start to try to get inspired by other things, because I'm seeing Clueless and how, she used that kind of like technology to see what outfit she's going to choose. I'm seeing that in my mind. So you may have that energy of like how Clueless has that. They're known for their fashion style, the Clueless movie, if you know about that. And then we have the Ace of Swords with Chaos. I'm going to get a clarifier card to understand this energy. The 10 of Wands. So Iris is the goddess of rainbows, right? And she's a very colorful person. She's a personification of rainbows. But she works very hard to inspire others and to bring others hope. But since you're such a trailblazer, since you're such an innovative person, sometimes you can feel like, okay, because I'm so much like in the spotlight with the star, if I go and switch things up, will people not like it? Will people see me differently? So with the Ace of Swords, there's something here where it's like Don't let your mind get the better of you, because you're here to self-express. You're not here to stay the same or stagnant. With the Six of Swords at the back of the deck, you're not somebody that stays the same. You're somebody that's constantly evolving and constantly changing. And where you're at on your journey will reflect through your style in terms of your emotions. So allow yourself to change. Allow yourself to change what you like, what you don't like. With the Ace of Swords, don't get too stuck in your mind is what I'm getting, because sometimes you get stuck in your mind where you're like, I want to wear this, but like you kind of overthink it a little bit with chaos here. So just be careful of that. You're meant to shine bright like the star, and who cares what other people think or say, because we as humans are not meant to be stagnant or stay stuck as one person. And that's how I feel the growth from the Page of Wands is going to happen, where you're letting go of any illusions that completely allow you to become that Queen of Wands energy, the star energy. Because you are already the star. I think it's just noticing it in yourself. Even on the days where you don't feel your best. Because I feel like on the days where you don't feel your best, that's when you're meant to change things up, switch things up to make yourself feel good, or give yourself some self-care to make yourself feel good. Give yourself positivity, that light that you give others. Look back to other outfits you wore in the past and gain inspiration from that. Because I feel like you're always inspiring others, so there may be a need to gain inspiration from either yourself or others as well, in times where you feel like very stuck with your fashion style and like in a creative block is what I'm hearing. So this is what I have for you, pile 2. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'm hearing you're born for the limelight. You're born for the starlight, like for being in the public eye or being seen. You're born to be seen. Okay, yeah, I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Howlite crystal in the Seeker card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what your fashion style says about you. So please be aware this is a journal reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before I get started with your reading, I'd just like to announce that I am taking pre-bookings for April for personal readings. So if you'd like to book with me for April, you can find my email address in the description box below. So with the Seeker card you chose, it shows Brittany as a fairy. So this pile may be a little bit more cosmic, a little bit more ethereal, fairy-like, mermaid-like. You're just a little bit more playful like a fairy. I'm almost imagining you as somebody that is very playful with your fashion style. You don't take it too seriously. What this says about you is that you're very free-spirited. You're a seeker. You're like embodying that fairy energy. Even if you don't look like a fairy, you give off that fairy energy. You give off that type of energy like you're here to have fun and be playful and twirl around like a fairy and be in the forest and play with your fairy friends. And since she's barefoot, this shows a sense of freedom and a sense of like not really caring about what others people think and not even thinking about it, but just being you and having fun and being playful. And you're a little bit more cosmic. I'm seeing moon energy with this pile. You're a little bit more cosmic, in touch with your own divine magic within. And it's like whatever you do, however you express yourself, it's like whenever you express yourself, I'm just imagining you as like a fairy godmother, being the fairy godmother to yourself and giving yourself that glow up, because I'm seeing Cinderella as I look at her blue dress. And I'm almost imagining you like putting all this pixie dust on whatever you do, like putting a shininess on whatever you do, your own flair on whatever you do, if that makes sense. Metaphorically, we have the Seeker. So this represents like you may be seeking different styles and aesthetics. You may be seeking inspiration from different movies, different pop culture things like fashion, things like that. So you're seeking new things all the time. And you may be somebody that has some knowledge on fashion. That's kind of what I'm getting with the Seeker. It's a little bit more of exploration for you, an explorative thing. It's not something that's too serious for you. You may relate to pile 2, but this is it's similar to pile 2, like that playful exploration and adventurous energy, but it's different at the same time. So if you like to wear jewelry, that's also coming up. And your style could show a little bit more of a playfulness, a cuteness, and innocence to it. Like innocent expression. Well, you're being kind of like a kid, but not in a bad way. You know how kids, when they paint, they're not really thinking about it being good or looking good or other people or what other people are going to think. They're just expressing themselves and having fun painting. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from you, like this childlike exploration. Innocence and fun. So, Spirit Guides of pile number 3. What their fashion style says about them. We're first going to look at your fashion style, and then we're going to look at your tarot cards after. We have the Blue Jean Queen. This pile may love to wear dresses, long and short dresses. You may love to wear denim, or just seek different things that not many people wear all the time. What their fashion style says about them. This card has been coming up in all piles, the badass. I love that. Then we have the visionary. Yes, I definitely feel that energy with this pile. And we have the trailblazer. This card came out in pile 2 as well. Okay, let me analyze these cards for a minute. So the visionary here tells me, like how I said, you're not necessarily thinking too much about it. And because you're somebody that thinks outside of the box, when it comes to your style, you're seen as a visionary. I'm hearing complex, so it's like you are very complex in a way to others because you think so much outside of the box and you have fun with it. You seek and explore fun through your fashion style, that whatever vision you come up with is very brilliant and creative in some way. How you're so creative and a visionary, you may get like other people that copy your style and aesthetic. And then you kind of like wonder, why are they copying my style and aesthetic? But I feel like it's because they're trying to imitate that sense of playfulness you give off with that kind of visionary energy outside of the box thinking, where they're like, I've never thought of wearing that before. Because sometimes when we get so wrapped up in wanting to look good for others, we kind of like think too much in a straight line rather than thinking outside of the box. I hope that makes sense. And then when they see your kind of visionary element to you, they're like, oh my gosh, I've never thought of that. That person is a genius. I want to wear something like that. So I want to style my hair like that, to do my makeup like that. And because you're having that sense of playfulness through that, people naturally sense that energetically, and then they try to copy that. They try to copy that to imitate that playfulness and to feel that energy of playfulness themselves. And I feel like a lot of people get inspired by your style. When you dress casual, it is very casual, but it still looks chic and stylish. And it still has that element of playfulness and outside of the box thinking to it. Even with the Blue Jean Queen, if I'm not mistaken, this was like very unique at that time when she wore this dress, where denim and like denim dresses are coming back into fashion now. So it's like, I feel like with you, some of you wear like a timeless fashion style and then it comes back into fashion, but you've been wearing it before it was even a trend. That's kind of what I'm getting here with this card. You wear things before it's a trend and then it becomes a trend and you're like, Oh well. With the badass here, you are pretty badass. And I feel like there is some element of sexiness with the snake charmer here at the back of the deck when it comes to your style and fashion style, but it's not coming through as like that you need to show off your body to look sexy. What is sexy about you is your outside of the box thinking and you not necessarily even thinking about what other people think. You're not dressing for others, you're dressing for you. That's basically what I'm trying to say, and people can sense that. People can sense when somebody is trying to dress for somebody else to notice them, and people can sense when somebody's trying to dress just for them to feel good and look good about themselves. I hear coordination, so it's very coordinated, like your outfits, everything you wear, like the handbag, the shoes, the earrings, the jewelry, like everything's in coordination with each other. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards now in a second. In the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel, so if you enjoy my videos so far and would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to all my subscribers that have been here since the beginning. Your support means the world to me. I will also be picking one random subscriber a week to give away a free 30-minute reading to, so leave any comments on any of the videos of the week to enter. So I'm also hearing for some, like, how, there was that trend that went around on TikTok for a while ago, that was like, what it means to dress for girls and what it means to dress for boys. And like, it's totally, completely different. I don't know if like this pile will relate to that. Like, you dress more for yourself than girls, but like, it's like if I had to pick, it would be like that, if that makes sense. For girls, not for boys. Like, you don't look like you're trying to impress men if you're a woman. If you're a man, you don't look like you're trying to impress women with your style. It's like you're just doing it for you, and other people of your gender really like that, really like your style and find you inspirational in some way. And they want to like take inspiration from things you do or copy it exactly because they're just so in awe of your style. And then, like, let's say you're a woman and you're attracted to men. Men will find that attractive because they know you're not trying to impress them. And vice versa, and even with the LGBTQ plus communities, same thing. They can tell that energy is coming through. So what their style says about them for pile 3, please. We have the 5 of Wands. Because you're so playful, I feel like this card belongs here. It can sometimes, like, where you don't care or even think about what other people think, it can sometimes create jealousy from others with the 5 of Wands. We have the King of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups. Okay, so since Chiron is here and the 5 of Cups is here, I feel like you've been disappointed a lot because people either just take from you, like, copy your style completely, or people have like criticized you because of like out of a place of jealousy where they've been extremely mean to you or treated you differently, but it's because they're jealous of you, pile number 3. And I feel like you've had to heal from this with Chiron and work on this. And I feel with the 8 of Pentacles, some of you have such a visionary quality that you would be able to work in any kind of industry that has some kind of creative expression of some kind. Fashion, makeup, hair, music. You have that visionary element to you and you can use that in your career, in your ideas, things like that. So use that quality of yours. It's a gift you have. It's a talent you have. And this is what your style says about you. Your style says that you connect your emotions to whatever you do. based off your emotions, you're kind of expressing yourself. So let's say you are going through an emotional period where I'm seeing villain era, for example, where you want to be intimidating and step into that villain era. So maybe you're going to incorporate more of that into your style to give all that type of vibe. Or with the King of Cups, how I said I sense you have like moon energy. When you wear something, you want to give off a specific vibe with what you're wearing. And that's like you embodying and stepping into that vibration of that energy you need. So let's say you want to feel a little bit more sexy, so you dress a little bit more sexy, then you start to embody that energy of sexiness and feel sexy, then you become sexy. I hope that makes sense. So you become what you envision based off that. It's like, you know how actors or actresses, when they become an actor, they become a character. They're no longer themselves. They become that character. That's how you are. You become that character through what you wear. We have the Emperor. I don't know why there's so many masculine cards coming up. The Knight of Cups tells me you have a real love for fashion, and it's not just out of a place to impress others, but it's a real love for it. It's a real emotional connection to it. Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands tells me here that you seem very confident in yourself, confident in your abilities, and it's not like you need outside validation from others. You make choices for you when it comes to your style based on the things you love and based off the things you want to explore. And it shows parts of your soul through what you're wearing, because Psyche is the goddess of the soul. And Psyche was a very beautiful mortal woman that became a goddess. And she was so beautiful that even Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty, the most beautiful goddess in the world, was jealous of her. So you have an ability to make other people jealous with your innovative mind. And with the Ace of Cups at the back of the deck, it's because you have a real love for this, and like I said, it's the energy that's going into it, and they're trying to replicate that energy. But if they did the same thing where they didn't really care or think about what other people think and just find fun within it and playfulness within it, then they could be magnetic too, like you are. And who knows, maybe they are already magnetic and inspiring, but they just don't see it in themselves. So then I feel like you have a lot of people that are jealous of your style, or they're so inspired by your style. And what that says about you is that you are a visionary. That's what it says about you, and that you have a gift for that. So use that gift. It's yours to use in this lifetime. It's your power. You're so powerful when it comes to this energy. So this is what I have for you, pile number 3. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 4s. If you chose this Flourite crystal in the masterpiece, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what your fashion style says about you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Also, I just want to announce before we get started, I am available for personal readings for pre-bookings for April. So if you'd like to book for April, you can send me an email in the description box below. So your card is the masterpiece. As soon as I got to your pile number 4, I kind of sensed that this pile was lost, because it's like I'm seeing a vision of, you know, when singers go up on stage and there are people in the middle, and no hate to the other piles. The other piles were lovely and amazing and beautiful, but just like, you know, a rose is beautiful in its own way, a sunflower is beautiful in its own way, you are beautiful in your own way. And you have a very beautiful energy. When I got to your pile, I got amazing, amazing goosebumps. So people feel your energy. And it's like you're that last person on stage that everybody remembers. You're the most memorable. Your fashion style is the most memorable. It's a masterpiece. It's an artwork. Whether you see that yourself or not. And the reason I'd say so is because you put all your heart and hard work into looking your best all the time. I feel like this is my pile of people that don't leave the house without looking your best. That's what I'm getting from this pile, or at least most of the time. You want to feel like you're looking good when you leave the house because it shows self-respect. And I'm getting with Flourite, some of you could work in careers like where you make dresses or where you are in the fashion or beauty industry. Or some of you could be content creators, or I'm getting work in an artistic field, not for all, but some. But there's something about you where your fashion style shows attention to detail. I feel that Virgo energy in this pile where even if you're not a Virgo, you pay attention to every detail in your outfit, and everything is in coordination with each other, thought out beautifully. Some of you may even make your own clothes. That's coming through. Oh, we already have a car. The trailblazer. So you're a trendsetter. That's what I'm getting from this card. You're a trendsetter. People want to be like you. People either want to be you or be like you. The siren. There's something about a sense of allure and glamour showing through the way you dress. You may resonate with pile 2. Pile 2 had a similar energy, but it's very different. Like yours is like an artwork. It's seen as an artwork. There's an alluring quality to it, a sexy quality to it. You know how a siren lures men to their doom? It's like your kind of fashion style is sexy, where if you're a woman, men stop and stare at you, and men like see you as very sexy. And there's just something about you. There's just something about your energy as well that makes the fashion look even better. Something about your body too being really sexy, making you pull off the clothes even more that you're wearing. And I'm getting with, like, if you're a man, same thing but different energy, or even for the LGBTQ plus community, take it as it resonates. So I feel this card and this card. So we have the schoolgirl at the back of the deck. We have the cusp and the visionary. Interesting. So you may also relate to pile 3 if you were drawn. Okay. And the cusp. So this is when she was in I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. So I feel like for you, your style has a sense of innocence to it, has a sense of innocence to it, yet sexiness at the same time. Your style has a sense of creativity, visionary aspects, out-of-the-box thinking, glamour, but then at the same time, it also has this type of energy of attention to detail. So it's like that Pisces Virgo axis where Pisces is very like dreamy and out of the box thinking. Pisces is very creative in some way, and then Virgo pays attention to detail. It's like those two opposites where you're both at once. Or it can be like Aquarius, where Aquarius is really innovative and a visionary, but then Leo is that type of energy that stands out. And although they're sister signs and opposite sides of each other, you would be having both energies. Does that make sense? So even if you don't have those signs, I'm just using those energies to describe basically what I'm seeing, where you're this and that at the same time, of opposites energies, of strengths you have or gifts you have or talents you have when it comes to fashion and style and your visionary aspects, art. You may be very much having a creative gift with art or with any type of artistic expression, because you can create masterpieces. And I'm also getting with this pile, you've been like this since you were young, since you were in school. You've always been expressive of yourself, and that self-expression you have is seen as like you're meant to be in the spotlight. You know, you steal all eyes on you. You steal all the attention on you. You're the masterpiece. You're that one that leaves the lasting impression. Okay, what else am I getting? Even when you dress casual, you still add your own flair and pizzazz to it. That's what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards. I feel like you've left me speechless. You leave people speechless because I literally have no words. I feel like that's how people feel in your presence. In the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel, so if you enjoy my videos so far and would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to all my subscribers that have been supporting me since the beginning. Your support means the world to me. I will also be picking a random subscriber a week to give a free 30-minute reading to, so leave any comments on any of the videos of the week to enter. Some of you could also be Geminis, because I'm seeing that movie. I forgot what it's called, but it has Hilary Duff in it. And she sings with this other girl. So she has the blonde hair, and then she sings with the girl that has brown hair. And they both look the same, and they sing together. So there's something about you where you have two sides to you. Like I said before, of two different energies, two different talents and gifts that you put together when it comes to your fashion style, and it creates this masterpiece. You may have been an artist in a past life, you may have had creative gifts in a past life, and use that visionary aspect of yours to create masterpieces of your own. Not necessarily in fashion, could be, but in anything and all creative. So what this says about you is that you're creative, you're able to create masterpieces, you're innovative, you're visionary, you're sexy, you're cool, you're just so cool. And you have certain strengths and talents and gifts with this. Okay, what this says about pile number 4, please. Spirit guides of pile 4. We have Chiron with the 8 of Pentacles. So this could definitely be something you could have a potential to work with in your career in any way, shape, or form. Or some of you could already work in a creative industry of some kind, or use creative ideas of some kind in your work in some way with the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. What this tells me about you is you have a genuine love for fashion, for creativity, for self-expression. And because you have a genuine love for it, then you're naturally going to set trends. Then naturally you're going to create masterpieces where other people want to imitate you and be like you. And so because you have this genuine love for it, because you pour out your heart and soul into it, it's naturally going to be beautiful. When we love doing something and we pour the energy of love and our whole heart and soul into what we do, it becomes a masterpiece. That's why you see when singers like really love to sing and they put all their love and soul into it, it becomes a masterpiece. But you can tell when a singer is just trying to make money. That's what I'm getting. Okay, what does this say about them? We have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you can literally make money off this, but still have a love for it. Where people are so captivated by you, they'd even pay you to style them. Because they want to give off that same vibe of like the siren-like energy like you do. This masterpiece-like energy like you do. The High Priestess. With the visionary opposite the High Priestess, what this says about you is you're very connected to your own intuition. And you may have spirit guides that are also creative, that give you creative ideas from the higher realms so that you can express it and put your passion and your heart into it in the physical and create it in the physical. Inspire others in the physical realms. So you may have some kind of gift when it comes to this. When it comes to pulling creative ideas from the higher realms. And it's such a visionary idea that nobody has thought of. We have the Page of Wands. So what this tells me is you have a genuine passion for this as well. It's not just something where you want to look good for others to impress others. It's more so a genuine like passion and fun. And even with this like light, it reminds me of a ring light. So I can see this pile being content creators or using their passions and skills as a talent to make money with the star, and you will be instantly recognized, or maybe not instantly recognized, but your hard work will pay off in the end, where you will be recognized for the talent you have. Then we have the Ten of Wands. So Iris is the goddess of rainbows, and I always see rainbows as inspiration. This tells me with the star and the rainbow energy, you're meant to inspire others. This is part of your soul purpose. And what this says about you is when you follow that soul purpose and follow that intuition and be that trailblazer where you inspire others to do the same, you're bringing that creative energy into the world and you're inspiring others. When you let that light shine on you and let yourself receive compliments and let yourself receive the praise for this gift and talent you have, you're going to be unstoppable, my pile number 4s. So this is what I have for you, pile 4. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.